Str UI Goku. He has just a short life. But just like all good things, things come to an end. And I guess Int UI Goku just completely obliterates you, making you absolutely useless to everyone who went into that crappy banner you were on and rainbowed you and... Hold on, 1 second. Hello. What? Str UI Goku is actually still pretty good? Wait, so it really only depends on how many dupes you have potentially into both of them? What do you mean I was adopted? Hello? Hello? What is going on, everyone? Talon back here, and today, yeah, we need to keep talking about the UI Goku EZA because this thing is just taking everyone by storm, basically. I mean, nobody saw this coming, basically, which is pretty crazy and everything like that. Can I just ask one thing? Where the heck is the Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta EZA now? The evolution one, the transformation one, right? If this guy's getting an EZA, you better give us the same one for the Vegeta, Katsuki. You freaking better. If you want to do it in part 3, that's fine. If you wanted to give this guy part 2 and that guy part 3, totally fine. If you do it, I will call this celebration the best out of all of Dokkan celebrations in terms of the anniversaries. I seriously will. But if you don't, oh, you better run from your Tokyo headquarters. You better run. That being said, though, let's start talking about UI Goku and everything. Now, obviously, we already know what he does pre-transform and everything. I did a video on that. Everyone's done a video. We all know what he does and everything. But I want to talk about the events, what category is going to be needed to take it down, what typing you should expect by the time you're getting up to about stage 20. So what typing you should be bringing, because obviously he just simply states int and everything. And then I want to start talking a little bit about between him and the Str UI Goku, because again, like you should have seen in the little intro there, is just there's a lot of talk of back and forth about, does this guy simply replace the STR one? Is it always just simply dependent on the dupes? Is one better in one event? Is one better in the other events? All that stuff. So I want to talk about that stuff, and then also maybe throw in a little bit of the Vegeta Blue thing, because obviously everyone starts comparing EZAs to Vegeta Blue and what it does and everything like that. So let's just go ahead and get started. So first off, in terms of the actual EZA event and everything, it starts tomorrow. Well, at the time for me at least, tomorrow at 5 p.m. Japan time. So as you can see right here, again, just use your Google clocks to say, oh, okay, I live in New York. So just what is New York? What is the time in New York at 5 p.m. Japan time? That kind of thing, right? So again, very simple stuff. All right, next one is the category that is going to beat it. This is actually Kefla's category. So yeah, if you have STR Kefla, which actually is on Vegeta's banner, funny enough, then you can go ahead and take this category into here. It's mostly Gohan's, Kefla's, hit, like you're gonna bring hit into this event. Good one. Some Gotenks, and that's about it. So obviously, because he's int, you're gonna want to bring like physical and things like that. And of course, these are the 3 typings that are going to work the best. So STR, int, and physical. So that means AGL and tech are not going to work very well. Again, why would you bring tech against an int opponent? But I digress. But regardless, so obviously because Kefla is STR, she's still going to do that extra damage that you would expect during the event and everything. Physical is obviously the best to bring because, again, the boss is super int right here. And obviously this is the boss that you're going to be fighting. Again, all stuff that we already know and everything. But yeah. Anyway, so it shouldn't be too hard, though. Free to play, hard to say if it can be done. I'll test it out if I can. But overall, you'll get your 30 free stones, you get your Kai's, you get your orbs, all that fun stuff, and then you can easy them and everything. Tomorrow also brings along with it just like support memories and everything. But let's go take a look here at what the UI Goku does post-transformation, because his transformation mechanic was not changed. He simply got attack and defense at 150%, and if you still fall below the 50%, then you'll transform. Basic stuff, okay? But what does he do when he is post-transformation into the UI Goku that we know, and it should be linking up pretty well with the LR AGL UI Goku that we just got for the year 6th anniversary? Well, let's go and take a look real quick. So obviously pre-EZA, he simply raises his attack and does immense damage. That's all he does, okay? Post EZA for his transformation, he raises attack and defense. So he just stacks attack and defense the entire time, and he does immense damage, which is also the extreme version of that. So it's above immense damage, but is it technically colossal? I've always forgotten about this just because I've never particularly cared. But last I checked, an SA level 15 immense damage character Is that the same as normal colossal damage, a 12 key super attack on an LR or a particular LRs? I'm not really sure if it is, but regardless, it's obviously more powerful than normal immense, right? All right, then let's take a look at the passive skill. Passive skill before he gets his EZA, it was just simply key +3, attack up 150, a super high chance, which is a great chance or a 70% chance to dodge. I just simply always just directly translate the kanji when I read it. To dodge attacks and then disables enemy guard. What does he do now? Well, let's take a look here. He gets 3+ key, 200% attack, 100% defense, still has that super high chance to dodge, which again is 70%, disables enemy's guard, and when you transform, okay, for that first turn right here, you will auto dodge everything. Kanarazu teki no kogeki o kawasuru, okay, which means you will dodge the enemy's attack that entire turn when you transform. So let's say you go into a round of Super Battle Road for the first, you beat the first stage, the first little set of characters, you go on to the second stage and you're below 50% health. Goku comes around, he's UI and everything now, and everyone's attacking in one slot. Just throw UI Goku in there. He's going to dodge everything. He will auto dodge everything. And then after that, he is going to obviously still have that super high chance. There's no limitations on that. And during that time when you're maybe, going in and auto dodging everything, if you get a double super attack off, that's stacking attack and defense. So you're stacking your defense for something like Super Battle Road. You already have 100% defense and you've got a pretty good chance to still dodge the following turn. So yeah, I think he's okay. Clearly they could have done more. I'm just saying, but I digress. And then his links obviously haven't changed or anything like that. I think I've almost got him up completely level 10 links. The only link I have left is this God link right here, which is attack up 15%. He's at level 9 right now. It will not get up to level 10. So I'm hoping by tomorrow, before this EZA comes out, I will have him at all level 10 links. But yeah, it's still pretty funny that it's actually really funny because 2 days ago I was like, you know what, I'm going to start just, farming up UI Goku's links and everything. I think it was like right after I pulled the AGL one. I was like, why not? Let's just do both of them at the same time. Because I pulled the AGL one. I got the AGL, I got the Vegeta, and then I've just been leveling up all the links for them, and then this Goku. And then yesterday I'm playing Destiny 2. It's like, oh, by the way, he's getting an EZA. I was like, huh? So that's something right there. So the big question now is, does this guy, this EZA Goku, does he replace the STR one? And the answer, no, he doesn't flat out replace him. He does not trump this guy in every situation. Now, obviously, there are different situations depending on what kind of person and player you are. And first off, if you even have this guy. For somebody like me who does not have this STR UI Goku, well then, duh, yeah, Int UI Goku replaces him. Although I never had him. I don't have him. So he's not replacing anybody. He just simply takes the place that he would take it, right? So yeah, so that's a pretty obvious answer right there. If you have this LR at, say, no dupes, so you've only got him the 55%, and you've got this guy rainbowed, which, let's face it, if you've been playing this game for any amount of time ever since this guy came out, more than likely you've probably got a few copies of him. Maybe you don't have him rainbowed, but maybe you've got three copies of him, 2 copies of him, whatever the case may be. You've got some dupes into him. You've got some orbs invested in all that kind of fun stuff. Not to mention, he's literally on the Goku banner right now. And again, he's on pretty much every major big banner that comes out for the most part. So again, fairly high chance that you have him. So I would say personally, based on, just looking at, the stats and everything and what he can do and everything, if you have this guy at, say, 55% and you have the new EZA one at 100% or 90%, probably that guy's still going to be better. I think most people can see that, right? The big question starts to come into the effect of, well, what if I have this guy at 55% and the other guy at 55%, or I've got this guy rainbowed and I've got this guy rainbowed. So you've got them basically equaled or something like that, right? So a lot of people started looking at it as like, well, maybe this STR UI Goku is better at Super Battle Road because he has the same super high chance to dodge just like the Int one. However, he obviously gets attack and defense for every dodge that he does. He has attack and defense real quick. Just high stats in general. You obviously is on Realm of Gods, which has a lot of good support units and everything. and then his super attacks are just extremely powerful. So that would make sense, right? And then for the Int EZA Goku here, he'd be better on long events because he stacks attack and defense, so you're never really going to be touched or anything the further you go into an event. You know, Legendary Goku event, Infinite Dragon Ball History event, yada, 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 right? Makes sense. I would say that definitely. However, it's not that simple when it comes to this LR because, so by the way, I'm guessing 99.9% of you follow, you know, Gresh and others like that. Gresh posted on his Twitter, actually. In fact, why don't I just bring it up real quick? Let's see. Gresh. Where are you? I should have this up, I know, but here it is. Okay, so here was Gresh, Keo. Somebody was asking, both at Rainbow, I'd still take STR for long events. They were talking about, you know, like maybe STR is actually better for long events, depending on, again, how many dupes you have and everything. And obviously, we know Gresh has this guy Rainbow and everything. That's not a question or anything. And then he posted some pictures to kind of show you guys exactly what he's talking about in terms of how many turns. Because obviously, turn 1 Goku is going to be very different from turn 7 or 8 Goku, depending on how many dodges you do and all that kind of stuff, correct? So this is what he has. So it goes, the first picture is turn 1 for defense, turn 2, or picture number 2, turn 7, picture number 3, turn 7 for defense and attack separately, and then turn 4, or picture number 4 is turn 9 defense. So here we go. So here's his UI Goku, 128,000 defense right there. Okay, so that's picture 1. Picture number 2 is turn 7 defense. So 184,000. That's still very good defense. As you guys know, like LR UI Goku, the new AGL one, when he hits that basically after he dodges once, he gets that 30% extra defense. And he, for the most part, can't really be touched by anything. Obviously, we know Extreme Super Battle Road category on super attacks. That's going to take almost anybody out unless you have guarding and mitigation all in your passive, right? That's kind of an obvious one, okay? So anyway, so that's that. Picture number 3 is the attack for after 7 turns. So it's the same one that we saw here before the attack. This is just during the attack. That's a 7.5 million attack stat when he's rainbowed. And then turn 9 for his defense. He's got 216. So this must be him maxed out, obviously. I would expect so at least. So clearly not a lightweight. You know, he's not getting replaced anytime soon. So I think in terms, if you have both rainbowed, STR is still probably the better one. Not to mention that he does share more links than this guy does with the AGL Goku. For example, he has legendary power, which is a big one right there, because as you guys know with the link update, that turned it into a percent boost. That is that's a much bigger boost than it used to be in terms of a link. This guy does not have that, obviously, right? So that's something to keep in mind right there. So these guys share about 6 links, I believe. The only one they're not sharing is the over and a flash, because this is the one thing I don't like about the AGL Goku is they didn't give him over and a flash for some reason. I get it. Shocking Speed does work with some of the other Realm of Gods characters like Physical Beerus and everything, but I personally would have liked over and a flash over Shocking Speed, which I never thought I'd ever hear myself say, just because over and a flash when it comes to fusion units and go tanks and, again, getting off topic and all that kind of stuff. So that is what it is. Anyway. That being said, though, I don't think that this Int one, though, is just simply, oh, you got a good update, but, you know, you're never going to use them or anything. Again, depending on what kind of player you are and who you have and everything, me personally, I can't wait to use this guy. This guy's finally usable. He is. You know, it's funny because I'm probably going to have a video out showing off this guy on a particular team before we even knew his EZA existed. And I'm going to be like, God damn, this guy sucks and everything. And now with his EZA, I'm excited to see what he can do and everything like that. So if you have not seen Truth's video, he did a showcase video when the data download hit and everything like that. Turn 1, this guy right here is hitting 4 million and a 4 million attack stat. Okay, linked up with the AGL UI Goku and all level 10 links. So he had about 5 links activated or something like that. And I think he had a little bit of support on rotation. I'm going off of memory as I watched it on the train and everything. But regardless, this guy is going to be super, super good. So by the way, that was pre-transformed. So pre-transformed, turn 1 on a Realm of Gods category. Sorry, it was under a Realm of Gods category that he did. He was at a 4.2 million attack stat linked up with the AGL UI Goku. And by the time he finally got this guy to transform, which is a little tricky, but obviously the farther you go into certain events and everything, you're going to finally get that transformation. Because you have to keep in mind, when this guy transforms, you know, after he stacks his attack and defense from however long it's been, he keeps that and obviously keeps going as he keeps, you know, as you go on and everything like that. So it was pretty crazy. I think he hit like a 5... I mean, granted, Truth was just simply on the Legendary Goku event, which is a piece of cake event nowadays. I think he got it to 5.9 or 6 million attack side or something like that by the time he got to Str UI Goku. So yeah, pretty good. But like Gresh shows in his pictures right here, I don't remember the defense exactly that he had, but that's the attacks of a rainbowed Str UI Goku. So obviously it would make sense an LR is going to be stronger than a TUR, even if the TUR is an EZA for the most part. I know there can must be exceptions and everything. This does not mean that Str UI Goku is dead. However, I think it vastly diminishes the, how do I want to word this? Not the ability, but maybe the want of people to pick this card up. Because if you ever, before we knew about the Int EZA and everything like that, every single time an LR banner came around, or picking them up with coins, or when the 66 ticket came and everything like that, or the guaranteed, the step up New Year's banner and everything, every single person who did not have this Str UI Goku was like, I really want Str UI Goku. I really want Str UI Goku. I really want Str UI Goku, right? Everyone has said that. However, with this guy's EZA now, because again, a lot more people most likely have this guy, especially free-to-play players, people who maybe don't even pay that much or only a little bit, this guy is starting to look a little, like, do I really need to pick this guy up, or should I save my coins for any potential, if you're a global player or global first, or JP for whatever future LR might come out, especially because of those gold coins from these crappy LR banners. I mean, again, you really should not be summoning on those banners unless you absolutely have to. It does drastically diminish the reasoning for wanting to pick this guy up. Unless, of course, you like the guy. If you like the Str UI Goku, then pick him up, obviously. So, but yeah, so those are kind of like all of the facts, I guess. But in the end, you have to make your own decision, but don't write this guy off. He's clearly not bad. Like, if you have this guy and then you have the Int one and they're kind of like at the same positioning and everything, don't write the STR off and everything like that. That being said, though, like I stated before at the very beginning of the video, if you have this guy at 55% and you've got the Int one at Rainbow, then yeah, clearly the Rainbow is going to be the better option for you and all that kind of fun stuff. So anyway, I digress. So with that being said, guys, though, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Which one do you prefer? Do you prefer the STR? Do you prefer the Int? Do you like both? Do you hate both of them? All that fun stuff. Let me know if you have, like STR at 2 dupes, you got Int at full max dupes. If you have both at 55% or whatever the case is, let me know all your thoughts down below in the comments. So anyway, guys, that's gonna be it for the video, though. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments as always. Leave a like if you liked the video. Subscribe if you happen to be new. Until next time, everyone, I'll see you all in the next one. Johnny.